Start an exclusive interview with Jorge Elizondo, who's down here from the United States and here for the weekend to teach a whole load of bachata dance. Find out a little bit more about your background in the United States and where you're from.
I'm from South Texas, which is probably the biggest state in the U.S. I live very close to the border, so if you drive 5 minutes down, you're pretty much in Mexico. Majority of people where I live are Latino, so we are the majority. And I'm third generation U.S. American. My family did come from Mexico, but now we're all American. So people keep on asking me that, where am I from? But I do have Latino blood in me.
So you do cross the border? Do you go down to Mexico for a little bit of tequila?
I do cross the border, but I don't drink. I'm very clean, unfortunately. Actually, I've never had alcohol my whole life, but not to say people don't cross the border or don't have some nice alcohol.
That's great. But have you been teaching your whole adulthood, or were you actually in a different working career before bachata?
Actually, my whole life I've been a teacher. Even when I was in elementary school, middle school, high school, when I ever had a problem in math or anything, I would teach it to somebody. So I always school was very easy for me because I would teach people so I can get better. I am an educator. I taught 6th through 12th grade band. I used to teach students how to play instruments. And then right before I quit all this, I was teaching dance at a middle school. I was teaching little 11-year-olds how to do bachata. And that's where most of my material came about. You know, I've been dancing only 5 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And you've had so many achievements. I mean, I'm just reading up on your world tour, let's call it. Your dancing and your reputation is just up there.
It took me 2 years. In 2 years, I've seen the world. I've done 200 cities. I have 27 DVDs. I think I've accomplished what's taken people a lifetime to do in 2 years.
That's fantastic. Now, I do have a question though. I'm about to start your bachata class in a few moments. Yeah, and look, the cliche word at the moment is everyone is a bachata king or queen. I'd like to find out the ingredients you include in cooking up your bachata routine that makes you tastier than others.
I can control and isolate my partners. I have total control of their body movements, and I'm not shy. And you know what? I mix my salsa, my bachata, my tango, my everything into my bachata, so it's not your basic left to right anymore. Actually, the lady has no clue what's going to happen, and that's what makes my bachata so unique.
That sounds like a journey. Let's talk a little bit more about what we're going to learn this weekend. It's bachata fusion. How would you describe that?
Basically, 2008 came around and I thought I need to express to the world that my style of bachata is not traditional. I need people to understand that the traditional bachata is from the Dominican Republic, and they do a lot of footwork and they do a lot of it's either very, very sensual or it's a lot of footwork. There's not a lot of turn patterns. So my style of bachata, I just love to do turn patterns. I love to be very expressive, and to be expressive, I need to do all sorts of movements. So I've studied salsa, I've studied cha-cha, I've been taking tango classes, and now what I've done is basically integrated all these different art forms into bachata, and now you can be so expressive because depending on what the music's doing, you can start doing different elements. But what I've done that's original is integrated in a way that it just blends. There's some people that do tango and they do bachata, but you see tango, you see bachata. What I do is you see tango, bachata. You don't know what's going to happen. And out of nowhere you'll see a salsa move. But then I'm back on bachata. So I'm going to show people how to integrate. And that's the best part about it. Once you learn to integrate, I'm opening up the possibilities for endless possibilities, which what I got to say is no boundaries. Don't let anybody tell you can't do this, you can't do that. Because I've never let anyone tell me that. And that's why my bachata is great. Salsa, I'm very strict. I learn as 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, it has to be perfect. So I'm not as expressive as I can be in bachata, but bachata, I just opened up the doors.
Sounds like you're a bit of a rebel.
I am a rebel.
Okay, now we're going to put you through some 5 questions, and you need to answer these very quickly off the top of your head.
Okay.
And let's go straight into. First question, if I took you out on a date, where would you like to go?
She's asking me out. How about that? But you know what? Basically, I love alone time. I love to just walk down the street, enjoy the shops, look around, get to know you better, and that's it. I love to have alone time. That's what I like.
Okay, and who's your favourite musician other than Kenny G?
Oh man, she brought out the Kenny G card. You know what? If it wasn't for Kenny G, I wouldn't be a musician, so I can't dog the man. He's actually one of the biggest fan base in the whole world. People dog him, but the man gets ladies. But my favorite musician is Dominic Marte for bachata.
Okay.
And I just met him a month ago, and now I was I was starstruck. It was
Oh,
awesome.
did you get his autograph?
I got to hang out with him for about 30 minutes before he went on stage. I got his cell number.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. And I actually have personal contact with him.
Fantastic. Okay, question number 3. What's the naughtiest thing you've done as an adult?
Oh. Are we open to everything?
Everything.
Everything. Well, we do naughty things in the park you shouldn't do.
Okay, question number 4. Have you tasted Aussie Vegemite?
You know what? I did, and I didn't like it, but they told me that I didn't know how to spread it properly, so somebody has to spread it for me to enjoy it properly.
Okay, well, I'll have to organise that one too. Okay, question number 5. Who would you turn gay for?
Who would I turn gay for? I just don't go that way. I like women.
Okay.
I'll turn gay for a woman to get her in, but I won't go gay.
Okay, we might turn that around a bit. Is there a male figure that you look up to in the music dance industry that you'd say, man, I would love to walk down the street with him?
Oh, definitely. There's a couple of guys. Brad Pitt probably gets a lot of women. Probably, this Kenny G. The Batman has women all over him.
Okay, we'll have to organise that too. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, George, I feel absolutely confident now to step into your dance class. Before we go, I'd like to say thank you for coming all the way down here. And
having a great time here.
That's great. Now, before we go, you do want to talk a little bit more about your DVDs? And
Yes, want to let people know I do teach all sorts of dances. I'm known for my bachata, but just to let people know, I've actually developed the only syllabus in the world that teaches women how to dance salsa or bachata without a man. It's called No Partner, No Problem. I like to say no man, no husband, no boyfriend's required. And it actually pushes women to learn to dance salsa very quickly. So you don't have to wait for your boyfriend to go out dancing with you. You can actually become one of the best dancers and go out dancing. And the guys are like, where did you come from? But I also have tango, I have salsa, I have cumbia. I met a lot of the great dancers around the world, and when I find something that really strikes me, I get them involved with my company and I put a DVD out with them. And if you're interested, I do have them on my website, bachatafusion.com. But you can also go to latinlovers.com to get the website as well. You can always go there. And I have one more website, Bachata Fusion Online, which is the newest thing. All my DVDs are available with instant downloads. I'm from the US, you're from Australia, no more shipping, no more waiting, instant downloads. Within seconds you're watching it, and you can start learning right away.
that sounds fantastic. Well, that was a great interview. Now, for more information on George and his classes, remember to log on to latinlover.com.au. There you'll find reference links back to George's website and also his DVDs. Thank you, and remember, live it up today. That's Latin Lover TV.